folks. Just got done eating my ritual McDonald's breakfast before I hike on the Buckeye Trail. It's going to be the second to last stretch of the Buckeye Trail, and when I'm done with this today, I will end up hiking the last stretch of it, that section I mean, and hopefully go swimming at Findlay State Park to celebrate my victory. So then I'll earn the right to wear the 50-mile patch, which I probably won't wear it. I'll probably just make like a picture frame for the map that I have and then put that with it for a good memory. Out here on the Buckeye Trail, these red-winged blackbirds keep following me along this trail. You can hear them calling. Yeah, they're checking me out. It's nice to have some little buddies out here. There was a blue blaze over there that I just took a shot of, and that's the tagline of the Buckeye Trail, is follow the blue blazes. That's what I'm doing. For those who are new to the Buckeye Trail, it goes around the whole state of Ohio, and there are sections to it. And I'm currently on the Norwalk section. It's mostly back roads. It's probably not like anything other people in the southern parts of Ohio have ever experienced. It's all road. And because of that, you can't really camp on it. So I've had some cycles of learning, I guess you'd call it, on how to do this dang thing. And I've had to do this section in sections. Because I'm a scaredy cat. I won't, what do they call that? What's the word? Well, I call it camping illegally. There's other names for it, I can't remember what, but it's like subversive camping or secret camping or something. Well, anyway, I'm on the second to last section of this section, and I have a last section plan. I think I discussed it earlier. Findlay State Park has a nice little lake, pond, whatever you want to call it, and once I finish this trail, I'm jumping in that thing. But that won't be for a little while. It's just like last year. Those dang red-winged blackbirds like almost hover when they fly over you. It's so funny. It's crazy. Must be a nest nearby. I've just been doing some pure hiking in the last probably 15-20 minutes. Sometimes I've noticed that my body thinks I'm thirsty when I breathe through my mouth and my mouth gets dry. So I noticed since I'm a mouth breather, I I drink too much water because of that, or more than I should, or however you want to say it. So basically I'm saying I can save or conserve my water stock just by breathing through my nose. And that's why I haven't been filming, because I can't really breathe through my nose, or only through my nose if I'm just talking all the time. But I see some of this landscape around me. If I could imagine ever going to Africa, I think this is what Africa would probably look like, something similar to this. It's flat. You can see the heat rising off the ground. The day started at about 60 degrees at 8 a.m. By the time I got here, it was about 70. So I'm thinking with the road, sun is at high noon basically, it's probably up to 75, but there's a nice breeze. I remember last year hiking in like July or something, and that was bad. I'm gonna get a little philosophical here. I think it's interesting how... Oh, baby groundhog. Huh. Anyway, I think it's interesting how in European languages, instead of saying they eat food, the translations basically they take food, like medicine. You take medicine. And so I think it's interesting because it's less of a open-ended statement and more of a prescription. And so because I have a prescribed water stock on my back, I just took one bottle, but I took half from each one on either side of my pack, so the weight was even after doing that. And by the way, people pass like that, I wave because they give me room. And almost every single experience I've had with a car has been extremely courteous. So shout out to the people who are extremely courteous to hikers on this trail. Okay, back to your regularly scheduled programming. So I took one, probably 16 ouncer, I think they are, and I had a walking lunch of a protein bar from your favorite grocery store. Insert name there. And I can tell that the temperature is turning up in this oven, but I'm surprisingly staying cool. And now my mouth is a little dry because I've been talking. So another lesson I learned: instead of consuming a ton of water because I feel hot, I need to take the time to cool myself off in the shade, and that actually works. So this looks like some kind of walnut, but for my purposes it's called a shade tree. And shade is a scarce resource, as you can see behind me. The exposure is just so bright because it's so bright out. So take a few minutes to cool off here. You can see the road is just, it's getting hot. It's a little hot in these rhinos. I've been walking east this whole time. Now I'm turning north, and the blazes are two of them, one on top of each other. One is skewed a little to the left, meaning turn left. Whew. Oh, I think I just lost some time back there. I turned and then I turned again. Now I'm heading east. I'm on that last little stretch. I don't know if the heat's just getting to me, but like, roads are just like hard trails, man. And houses are just like hard tents, you know? I think I have snot on my face. Yeah, it's pretty much just been 100% in the sun. No shade. And thankfully there's no corn, because that would just make it even worse with the humidity. So, early summer, late spring is the time to do this for the Norwalk section. Other than that, whew, it's gonna be a hot one. Yeah, I remember that was pretty bad, but last year we had a freak February where it was kind of warm, and that's when I started hiking. Was my first hike was in February, and oh, it was perfect weather. But yeah, there's like no clouds out. I can't remember what these are called, but they're no rain clouds. That's what they're called. Ooh, there's some roadkill. All right, back to it. Minty fresh. Well, as you can see, I changed out my hanky. That's something else I learned on the trail, is to wear a hanky around my neck, because it does a few things. First of all, it keeps my neck from getting sunburnt. Second, when I sweat, it collects on the hanky. And then when I'm in the shade, it evaporates and stuff, and it cools me off. So it's a pretty useful tool. So I carry a couple of them with me, because once it gets too wet, it just stops working. And back there, I took a pit stop at a little creek. All along this road, ever since last year, there's these little drainage ditch things where there's always these little like rails you can sit on. And I take that opportunity to swig some water and change my socks. I bring extra socks with me, because once those start getting too wet, I can feel my feet start to overheat, and that causes blisters. And blisters are no fun, especially if you're trying to train for a half marathon. You got to be able to train to do that. This road is cooking my feet, so I have to swap out my socks. And I put on some Gold Bond, because it's just absorbs the wetness, but plus it feels good. And as you noticed, I'm not wearing boots. I'm probably wearing, aside from the pack and this hat and the poles, it's like a normal jogging outfit. So something else I learned, you don't have to dress like a hiker to be a hiker. Those boots I have, they probably weigh a good 5 pounds together, if not more. And these are pretty lightweight running shoes, and they can breathe. So if I was wearing those big boots, man, you're talking blister city. That is not fun. That happened to me last year. I could barely walk for like a week. Oh, God, I can't even think about it. Oh, man, there's a butterfly. You see that guy? That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, I was checking my location, too. I'm about an hour from the pickup site. So, I'm trucking. I'm making real good time. and the temperature said it was 80. So I'm glad I dressed for warm weather, because the temperature went up 20 degrees today. And that's it. I think these farmers are growing whole wheat. I did my last turn on this trail. Now I'm heading south, and I'll probably be walking for 20, 30 minutes, and I will be done. And the next time you see me out here, I will be heading toward Findlay State Park. I'm gonna be taking a dip, because if it's hot like this, I'm losing my voice. If it's hot like this, I'll be jumping in that water. There it is, my last turn. Actually, this is my stop. I'm gonna be starting here next time.